You're going to learn three things. You're going to learn how to create a new list in AWeber's autoresponder, how to create a follow-up series, something that's short yet effective and simple to create, and number three, you will learn how to create an opt-in web form that you can actually place onto your landing page so that people can sign up and subscribe to your freebie and onto your list. Okay, let's get started. First thing what we want to do is we'll go to the AWeber.com webpage. Now I'd highly recommend that you sign up. You got an instantly risk-free membership for 30 days. You can go ahead and sign up for it, and it's very powerful and very effective. It's got a great deliverability rate, and AWeber does work alongside with email providers so that you get a good deliverability rate. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to presume that you already have an account here. I'm going to go ahead and log in. Click on the login button, fill in your login name, your password. And the first screen that you're going to see is this screen, initially every time you log in. Now, the first thing we want to do is we want to create a new list. In order to do that, you'll need to scroll down. If you scroll down here, you're going to see a section for billing/accounting, and then you're going to see a link for create and manage lists. Click on this link so you can create a new list. So at the top of the manage lists area here, you're going to see a link, a green button that says create list. So we'll click on that link or that button. And the thing you need to note is you'll need a list name, which is an email address that AWeber will use to send the emails that you send out to your list. So whenever your list receives the letter or email newsletter, they're going to see the list name, something at AWeber.com. So because our list was called German Shepherds, the theme, we'll just call it German Shepherd list. And you'll notice here that AWeber will tell you whether that name has been taken or not. This list name is already in use. So if we put something like German Shepherd 0, then we notice that the list name is available. Enter your short list description, which can be German Shepherd freebie report. And you want to make sure that these are checked. So check those things and enter your company name, and of course your domain name, your website URL. So that's the logo URL. A lot of this stuff is optional, so you don't have to do it. But you can if you like to. As far as company branding goes, if you do that, and you do need a reply address though. That is just an address that people see when they reply to the email. So if you say something like gsd@yourdomain.com, put your name, and of course I'll include a valid email address so that you can actually see it working. And when you're that done, you can click on save, or actually click on add to add this right here. And you will actually want to make sure that you do save this stuff at the top here. Click save down here, and that's it. All you have to do is fill out the information on this side, and you have created a new list. Now the second thing you might want to do is scroll over list settings here, and you have the verified opt-in, which is the double opt-in area, which whenever somebody subscribes and receives your freebie report, they're going to receive this verification message so that they are required to confirm this link right here. So you can actually change this if you like. By clicking that, you can change it to whatever you want to down here. pre-approved subject, or you can create your own custom subject here by adding their first name. To receive your free report, please confirm your request. And of course, when you do that, an actual AWeber person will actually verify whether that is valid or not. So that does have to get approved, and usually that's pretty quickly, within a few hours to a day. And you have your intro. You can edit your intro if you like. You have your body text, and you can edit your closing name as well. So once you're done with that, you just click on save, and you're done. So that's the verified opt-in. And you can also enter the confirmation success page, which means if they click that link, they are automatically forwarded to this page. Now, we're not going to do that because we're going to use a follow-up series to actually welcome the user and give them the link there. So we're going to leave this blank here, and we're going to move up here. And the next thing we want to do is create a follow-up series. To do that, you want to click on the messages link. Well, not necessarily click, but highlight it with your mouse. Push your mouse down and go to follow-up. What a follow-up series is if you add a message here, this is the message that they will receive immediately after they confirm that that is their email and they requested for that information. Now, you add another message to that, and you have what we call intervals. You can specify whether, okay, you receive the initial email the first day, 2 days later you receive another email, 2 days later after, etc., etc. You can say 2 weeks later, once a week, 1 month later. It's merely up to you. So we'll go ahead and add a message here, the initial one, and this is what people are going to receive when they sign up for your freebie report. You can enable trackings of your links. That means if you have links within your here, then you can track exactly how many people click on it, so you can use that statistics for later on. So we're not going to include that right now, but we have a subject here, and you click on that. If you want to make it personalized, you can click on insert field and first name fix, which is what can be used, or you can use anything else. We can say first name, here is your German Shepherd report, your free German Shepherd report. And you can say, dear first name, thank you for signing up for this free report. You can download it by clicking the link below. And you can use this format if you like too. To your success, your name. And of course you have a link that goes directly to your free report. So once that's done, you click on save at the bottom. So great, you have your initial message here. You can actually check whether it has a high spam rating score or not. If it does, you can always click here, and AWeber will use Spam Assassin to detect and tell you whether certain keywords in your message are being used that need to be changed to something else. So initially this is what they're going to receive. You can also add later on a new message just to show you. So sent 4 days after the previous email. So let's say that you want to send it to them 2 days later. Put it 2 days, you want to send it to them 1 month later, 1 week later, 7 days. So it's run by days, so you have to enter how many days you want them to receive the second message. Now in this case, I'm just going to do 2 days so that the visitor and the subscriber will not forget about this list. So I'm going to click on that. Click on here, insert first name fixed. And as far as the subject line goes here, you can also say, okay, first name, a few more tips on German Shepherds. You want to keep the reader's attention span wide open towards what you're giving to them. You want to constantly feed them stuff. You want to ask them questions. You want to relate to them, build that relationship with them, so that later on you can either sell something of yours or sell another product in the future. So what you need to do is have a subject line. You can say from your name. It's always good to say from your name, whatever your name is, just so that you can build your credibility, and that way they know who you are, because people do forget. So you can say from your name, hi, first name, fix. I hope you enjoyed the report that you received 2 days ago. Here are a few more tips on how to improve your GSD or German Shepherd dog's behavior. And you have several tips. And then you can actually go into actually trying to build a relationship with them. And you can say something like, I always like to get to know those on my lists. So, in order to improve the advice I give you, and you can start asking questions like things about them, just so that you can build that relationship. Because what happens is a lot of people, when they build their lists, they forget to follow up after that welcome email. A lot of people forget to tell people what they can do with it, because most likely people will subscribe and they will forget that they ever downloaded that free report or that free software or freebie from you, and they won't do anything with them. But by following up with them, they will be able to, improve on what they do, whatever you give them, and at the same time, you can build that relationship with them by asking questions about them and actually corresponding back with them. And by asking questions about them, you get feedback from your readers so that you know who's on your list. And you can say something like, simply reply to this email with your answers. Thanks, and to your success, your name. So when you're done with that, you just click on the save. So now that you know how to create a follow-up series, you're going to create a web form now. And to do that, all you need to do is go to the list settings area, click on web form. Then you'll need to click on the create web form green button. Once you do that, you can name the form name, which can be anything that you would like, appears only to you. So we could do something like German Shepherd 1. We will leave it an inline type because it appears within the current web page body, which we're inserting that onto our landing page, so we'll keep it at that. The thank you page, we'll leave it as it is, and that's it. We'll just go ahead and click on the next. The second step is to design the form. What we want is a name and an email here. So since we only have the email currently right here, we want to add the name. And we want the name to be located on the top. So we'll move it until you see that black line. Release it. We got the name and the email. If you want to add a headline here, you can do that by clicking that. But in this case,